y'all, this is Dilkram from Quality Beast, and I'm here with Janna Ullrich.
Hi.
She's the designer of Quantified, which is going to be the third game we'll be taking to crowdfunding. So, Janna, what are you? Who are you? What do you do?
Good question, but I always find that other people can describe that better than me, but I'll try.
Okay.
I am a professional designer.
Okay.
So I mainly do projects where I try to raise awareness on certain social topics, and mainly that includes making transparent systems that are not really graspable, to make them graspable, make them physical, so that you can actually talk about it.
And board games is one of the mediums you use,
yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
Yeah, we're happy about that at Quality Beast. So Quantified, what is the theme of this game?
Quantified is a cooperative game which is set in a society where everything you do is surveilled and analyzed.
Sounds like something I know.
We're getting there, we're getting there.
Okay.
And in the game, the goal of the game is that every player at the end of the game has all human rights.
Okay.
And that is because the players start from different positions in society. So one player starts as a refugee on the bottom of the social ladder, meaning that they don't have any rights at all.
Right, that's over here, right? The social ladder.
That's the track. And then we have another player who's the migrant, another player unemployed, and a player which is employed.
Right, so we all start in different positions, with different abilities in the game.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. And what's the gameplay like? What happens in the game?
In the game, in order to win the game, you try to rise above the 4 human bars, because if every player at the end of the game has all the human rights, meaning like this,
right,
you win the game. But the challenge is you have to work your way up by working. You can do that with jobs.
With some of these, right?
Yeah, with some of the jobs.
Official jobs, and what are these ones?
These are illegal jobs.
Illegal jobs.
And we have them because some of the people on the social ladder are not allowed to work.
Oh, they don't have the right to work.
They don't have the right to work, like refugees. So refugees, they have to make a choice, like for example, become a drug dealer or a sex worker, domestic worker.
Cyber criminal.
Yes.
Human trafficker.
Human trafficker.
This game is very real.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
And the other thing is that it's quite difficult to only climb because you will leak data with everything you do.
Oh, is that what this is?
These are, everyone has their own data. So let's say you want to go from the National Archives to the life coach rental.
Right.
Then you have to set out a trace. And you leave a data trace behind because you're surveilled by public cameras, your smartphone tracks you, and at the end of your turn you will upload your data to the movement data center.
Okay.
And I moved 4 steps, so I reached the threshold of data. They have enough data to actually see what I've done, and then I receive an analysis card.
So this triggers one of these?
Yes.
Okay.
And the analysis cards, they punish you for your behavior. For example, if you haven't done enough sports, your health premium will rise and you will be downgraded on the social ladder.
And then you lose access to the rights.
Exactly.
Now I would have to take illegal jobs.
Yeah, because we lost the right to work.
Oh man, this is, so definitely cooperative, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what's also very essential for the corporations of the players is to have the right to communication. If you don't have the right to communication, you can't share your hand with the other players. You can't show it and you can't pass around.
You couldn't even make this video right now, basically.
You couldn't make the video.
Crazy. Okay, so that's how we win. Get everybody equal access to the human rights.
Yeah.
And we know a little bit about the gameplay, but how do we lose? What's this over here?
Yeah. What we see here is a threat deck.
Threat deck.
A threat deck. These are threats coming up by corporations and governments.
Okay.
Because they want to make profit out of what they do.
Right.
So with every player's turn we open a threat card.
Okay.
And this one, for example, says that the right to work will rise by 2 steps.
Oh wow, so it makes it harder for us to get access to that right, yeah.
Yes, so the right bars will move, and there's also other special cards in the threat decks, and these are totalitarian laws.
Okay, that sounds bad.
That sounds bad. It's translated actually into totalitarian rules of the game. So
Okay.
when totalitarian laws come into play and they reach the trigger point, then the rules of the game will change step by step and make it harder for us to win the game.
And that's just on a ticking clock on its own.
Yes, you
Wow.
can see the threats coming up. You can prevent some of them
Yeah?
by protesting or by going to vote for a referendum,
Okay.
stuff like this.
Okay.
But if 3 of the totalitarian threats are implemented, then you lost the game, because then you kind of live in a totalitarian system.
Right, oh no. So wait, what are these little symbols here?
They represent correction camps.
Correction camps?
Correction camps.
It's interesting.
That's when some citizens don't behave that well. For example, unmarried people. If there's a government who wants people to be married, then the unmarried people will be blocked. Like the network, people in your network that are unmarried, you can't use them anymore. If you're unmarried yourself, because you also get a character in the
Right.
game. You might be unmarried and blue-eyed, or you might be transgender and blue-eyed,
But
or
obviously just a character in the game. I mean, I'm married, so I'm safe in
this
real life.
game you're not.
So is that what these symbols on the cards are representing?
Yeah, for the moment that's what they represent. Yeah.
Okay. And so I guess tell us, how can we lower those rights then? How can we make the rights more accessible to everybody?
We have a rally deck here.
Okay.
And the rally deck has cards which say, for example, move the right to movement 3 steps down.
So if we play that card, we can maybe give somebody access to the right to movement.
Exactly, but
Okay.
playing that card requires you to do things. And this one says we need a player without the right to movement to go to talk about borders in smart cities at public toilets.
Wow, so that would be right now the blue player would need to go to the public toilets here.
Yes.
So they need to move there, leak data, maybe get their behavior analyzed, draw a behavior analysis card, while there's also threats going on.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Sweet. So why are there 3 rally spots here?
In order to reach a change in laws, or you need a critical mass.
Okay.
And
Movements.
movements, like people need to follow you. So if you play one rally, people might say like, yeah, it's a good idea. But if we play another rally and another rally, people are really like, yeah, we should go do this.
And then they activate.
then the rewards trigger and the right bars will move down.
Very cool. Well, I am super excited about this game. I've been having a lot of fun seeing it be developed. Is there anything else you want to say before we sign off for today?
I'm looking forward to see Aaron's art being implemented in the game. I mean, what we see now is just a prototype,
Yeah.
just functional. It's not gonna look that abstract. We're gonna have a dope city landscape, a smart city where everything you do is surveilled and like advertisements float in the air. And we can already see how this works in Aaron's mind.
But still, you should get some credit. Not only are you designing the game, you're also doing all of the prototype graphic design and hand making the prototypes yourself, right?
Yes, but the development is done together with Stefan from Towers of the Sun,
Right.
and Roman working for Spielwiese,
Yeah.
and you and the rest of the team.
The rest of Quality Beast, so yeah, it's a team effort, right?
it's a big mind working on this. Yeah.
Well, if you're into cooperative games, or you care about human rights, or you just want to look at this beautiful game, go to quantified.fyi. You can sign up for the Quality Beast newsletter, and there will be crowdfunded soon, but if you catch us at any future events, we'll be demoing the game there. So thanks, Janna.
Thanks,
Thanks
Dylan.
everybody for watching.
Thanks.
We out.